Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop and Forge World. Firstly, as always, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you new subscribers. There's been quite a few of you over the past week, and all of the members down here. Thank you, channel members. You can join the channel and support it for as little as £2 a month. I'm not sent anything for free from Forge World or Games Workshop, so all of these unboxings and reviews and first looks and things are all from me. And there's a lot of products that I buy just for the channel as well. Quite a few armies that I would never have picked up if I didn't have this channel. So I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that supports the channel through those means. I do have a Patreon as well, and also you can use the Element Games affiliate link in the description of every video, and if you use that crystal code at the end when you purchase something, you get your 20% off, and you'll earn double the number of crystals, which you can then use yourself off of future purchases. So without further ado, let's go on over to the community website where, yeah, there's, they've changed it. They put this coloured background, put a bit of artwork behind it. It's interesting because, you've got this Horus Heresy Mark 6, and then you've got like a War Master Titan in the background. So I like how they've kind of blended it. I think that War Master Titan would be way bigger though. That's just my take on it. Anyway, if we go back about a week to the 14th of May, all the way back to here. This is new from Black Library. You could pre-order a load of these books. The Vincular Insurgency Ghost Dossier by Dan Abnett. And then also you've got it in German, I think. Then to pre-order you had the Blood and Ectoplasm in the Mortal Realms. That was last week to pre-order. Nighthaunt, Daughters of Cain, limited edition. Now I didn't do a news and pre-order video last weekend. I just remembered because I was at work. I know Super sometimes works on a Saturday. You've got Olrak the Drowner, really cool mini though. You've got the Craven Throne Guard, you've got the Ethereal Court, you've got the Vanguard Idoneth Deepkin, and you've got the Fire Slayers as well. So these are like the combat patrols for both those factions. You've got the Auric Runefather on a Magmadroth. You've got the War Scroll cards, some dice, Middle Earth. You've got the Defense of the North. You can pre-order all of these. Lots of Middle Earth products are returning to the range. So these have been out before, but they're returning. Look at the eyes on that one. The Forces of Good. And then the Fortress of Dol Guldur. Really cool fortress. Even if you just wanted to use it in sort of Age of Sigmar or something. From Forge World, we had quite a few releases for Middle Earth. This is fantastic that they're getting so much. You got the Dragon Emperor of Rune, Easterling Black Warriors, Dale Commanders, Dale Windlance. Some really nice looking dice as well for Easterlings. And then the White Dwarf. So that was all the pre-orders last week. The day after, on the Sunday, they always have a pre-order preview. So this is what's up for pre-order today. You've got the Echoes of Doom. Looks like a brilliant box set. I think you get 2 new characters in there though. I mean, you've got the Gracia Gritat, lead a chittering horde, invade the sacred forests of the Sylvaneth. Yeah, you've got the Sneaky Deathmaster, and then you've got Lady of Vines. So look at this. Pretty cool minis. And then Skaven, I think it's just that character is the new one. Which is a shame. I would have liked to see new Skaven. Finally, we get the Combat Patrol for Adeptus Custodes. Oh, when did the codex come out? Like last year or something? I can't remember. But still, We've got it. We've got the Combat Patrol. Let's face it, guys. It's mainly a Sisters of Silence Combat Patrol. It has more Sisters of Silence in it than Custodes. They shouldn't really call it Combat Patrol Adeptus Custodes. They should call it Combat Patrol Talons of the Emperor, because you're getting 5 Custodes, 3 on the bikes, and then 10 Sisters of Silence. It's a shame with Sisters. I get that they're limited in their loadouts, but it would have been nice to see just more of them, more than one kind of, I say sprue, you know what I mean, one set. Finally, the Blade Champion, who has a save of 3+ despite being in Aegis of the Emperor. Yeah, it looks like he's got the chest plate and the pauldrons and the helmet and the gorget, but then he forgot leg day. He's even got tassets on legs that aren't armoured. It's odd. It really is odd. They've tried to change that in the rules to say that in combat he adds +1 to the save, which I guess is a little bit better. So they've tried to bump him up in the rules by saying you just add +1 to his armor save roll. And then you've got the Genestealer Cult's Reductus Saboteur. Tune in this time next week when you'll see an unboxing of the Blade Champion, and then on the Sunday an unboxing of the Reductus Saboteur. I have pre-ordered them. I think I just wanted to show you guys what they're all about. I know it's been a massive time between these being released in the box set, but I didn't really fancy that box set when it came out. You got Age of Sigmar Warcry. You got the Tarantulas Brood, so they're releasing the miniatures that came out in the box set a little while ago. You got Ravaged Lands Scenery, so this awesome scenery they're releasing separately. The Siphon Camp, and then the Pit Dredger Camp. Black Library, you've got Godsbane by Dale Lucas. You've got Horus Heresy print on demand. You got some artwork, some keyrings, and then new for this week, you got Interrogator Episode 3. So that was a pre-order preview last week Sunday. You've got Spanners, you've got the Undead Marched on Adepticon in this unbelievable Soulblight Gravelords display. So this was Adepticon. That's absolutely fantastic for that display. Really, really quite cool. Legions of Horus Heresy Space Wolves are the best boys. Yes, they are. So a little look about Space Wolves. No doubt we'll get more and more of these kind of articles just promoting Horus Heresy and showcasing the new minis in the Legion colours, as well as promoting the Primarchs. Squats. So this is a new Wish.com Telemon Dreadnought. Looks very, very similar. Or it's a Big Daddy. I've seen a version of this where somebody's put the Big Daddy kind of head and body on it, and it looks very similar. I'm not quite sure on this one. Not quite sure. It says sometimes you need the Exo Driller. I mean, it's got a flamer and a claw. I'm not sure how... Yeah, I'm not sure how efficient it is at drilling and things if it's got the claw. I mean, it's got a little drill there. Maybe if it had a drill-only arm, I'd kind of buy it, but yeah. Yeah, at least it's not... doesn't look like the rotary shaver that they had for the bike, for the trike even. You've got Cultivate Dryads and Protect Allies with the Lady of Vine. So this is the new model in the set. A little bit look at her rules as well. This looks very kind of Adeptus Mechanicus. There's looks like a metal hand. Maybe it's another Adeptus Mechanicus model. I don't know whether it's Dark Mechanicum. Don't know. Doesn't really show that much. You've got Legions of the Horus Heresy. Plan ahead with the Imperial Fists. So a look at the Legion for Imperial Fists and Primarch Rogel Dawn. And then you've got the whole set there in the Imperial Fist colours. So we will see more and more of this as it goes on. We've got Saestus Assault Ram there. I'm not sure whether I've seen that artwork before. It might have been around, but yeah, hopefully we get a plastic Saestus assault ramp. That would be fantastic. And right here, that looks like there's a combination of resin and plastic. You've got all of these plastic minis. You've got the new Deimos Rhino, but it doesn't have the dozer blade. And then you've got the tiny little saber tank, and then you've got some contemptors as well. You got the Horus Heresy Brief History of Mark 6 Power Armor. This might be worth a read, because you'll be building and painting 40 of them. You've got Interrogator, Gripping First Act, Legions of the Horus Heresy, Night Lords. So look at the Night Lords. I mean, they've got 18 of them to go through, haven't they? So lovely colour scheme. I like the blue of the blades. Look at Conrad Kurz and the Heresy there. It's with the little saber tank. They're really pushing that, it seems. Yeah. Black Library, Wandering Elven Prince returns to Black Library with a novel of his own by Guy Haley, and that novel is called Prince Mesa. Play hide and seek with the Deathmasters. Legions of Horus Heresy find beauty in battle with the Blood Angels. So one of my favourite legions. Odd. It's got the sword up, but he's looking that way. Odd. And this is the colour scheme they've gone for. There they are, right there. One of the coolest looking Primarchs. This was Horus Heresy. So this was Heresy Thursday. I think last week they had Sakaran. This week they've got heads. Many heads. A fair amount of differences. Those three look the same, and then those three do. So you've got 6 that will look the same. Similar to the resin offerings. And then the shoulder pauldrons, they've usually been the same for all of them. So it's nice that we're getting those in plastic as well. It's going to be very interesting if we get like 18 sets of them. It's worth just going back, actually. Sort of like the week before. We had the pre-orders of the Direwolf, but this was the Sakaran. It looks decent, you know. It's very, very similar to the resin. Except this time we're getting the Volkite, so we're getting 3 different sponsored weapon options, which is awesome. I think this will be a kit on its own right, and then because they've built the sponsons and the chassis, we will then see other variants. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for like, oh, here's an Arcus, but it's just got 1 extra sprue in there, or swap out the autocannons with the multi-launchers or the plasma, or you know, I mean that is probably going to be 4 different you know, box sets, or they might just bundle in 2 weapon options for each of them. But at the moment this seems like it's just going to be this one kit with the autocannons. I don't think they'll go down the Forge World route of releasing separate resin upgrade parts. They stopped doing that many years ago. So, but yeah, all of this, yeah, you've got the different legions as well. But let's move on for this week. So you've then got the Law of Votan, ancient quasi-divine machines, intellects, and so on. You've got the Graviton blast cannon and the SP conversion beamer and the plasma gun. I mean, yeah, these weapons, look, Hylas auto rifle, Volcanite disintegrator, bolt shotgun, iron blaster. I mean, the weapons are going to be really cool for these. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading up more about them. You got Iron Hands as well, Legion specific article with Ferrus Manus. And example of them painting Iron Hands. He had a keen head for technology, matched only by his grumbling sibling Perturabo. New Terminator armor, Thunder Hammers. And he gave Fireblade to his favourite brother, Fulgrim. Whereas Manus looks quite small there. And then Horus Heresy history, the evolution of the Age of Darkness. So the early days here, and then the Realm of Chaos, Slaves to Darkness, and then the Emperor versus Horus. And then that epic imagery. And then this too is a fantastic bit of imagery. And then this too. You can see this at the Warhammer World as well. And then they released these two box sets, Betrayal at Calth and Burning of Prospero. They're fantastic. And now we come to full plastic Horus Heresy. So that was all the news and pre-orders and previews for this past week and a bit. They're really gearing up for Horus Heresy. I wouldn't be surprised if you've got to understand that it's going to be released sometime in June. Whether that is the first week in June or 2 weeks in, whether it'll have a 2-week release window, whether third-party sellers will sell it. I think they will, by the way. It remains to be seen. But that is the new. But that's the news. Let's hop on over to Forge World right here, and we can see all of these new Middle-earth offerings. So if we click on new and we go on new releases, so this was all pre-orders sort of last weekend, nothing this weekend, unfortunately, so nothing yesterday, but you've got the host of the Dragon Emperor, so you've got all the new releases for the Easterlings. I think £128.50, not too bad when you think that the Dragon Emperor of Rune is £82.50. I mean, that's quite pricey. If we just have a little look at that, but in a way it does consist of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minis plus that whole carriage thing. I mean, that's a fair amount of model for 82. Yes, it's not the biggest, but there's a lot of detail on there, and if you like the Easterlings and things, then yeah, it's worth picking up. You got Greenfield Grass Huggers, full roster and subs. So some of the new minis for Blood Bowl. We've got the Black Dragon Warriors. And then the Dale Windlance. The Direwolf was up for pre-order last weekend. I did pre-order one. It hasn't arrived. I'm not sure why. It might arrive in the next half an hour. Who knows? Or it might arrive next week, but you will see an unboxing of one of those. There's one with the neutron laser and one with volcano cannon. I think for the price as well, that's very cheeky of Forge World to release 2 different variants with only 2 different top guns. In my humble opinion, I strongly believe that they should have just released one with both of those top weapon options, because nothing else is different at all. Same heads, feet, weapons, everything. It's just that top weapon, and I think it is a bit tight. Would they have sold more? I don't know. It would have been nice to give you an option of magnetizing it, which I think from early previews you can magnetize the top weapon. But yeah, to have 2 different variants for that price, I mean, yeah, it's a lot, and also it's the worst looking one out of all of the Titans that they've made. I'm not a fan whatsoever, and I purely purchased it for the channel. You've got the Dale Commanders, and then you've got Rumble Blow Sheepskin for £23, and you've got some Orlok Ash Waste upgrades. So they've been around for. So the waste upgrades have been around for a couple of weeks now. So yeah, that's it for Forge World. So not really anything to pre-order. You know, just the pre-orders from last week. However, if we scoot on over to Games Workshop, right here, you've got this lovely advert for the Echoes of Doom box set that's come out today. You've got a little bit about Adeptus Custodes, a little bit about Interrogator, and then you've got all of this featured products, which is a bit of a mess. If we click on New and Exclusive, and we go to Pre-orders, and we view all, and go high to low. So, pre-order wise, you've got the Echoes of Doom Skaven collection, which has the Echoes of Doom box set. Skaven, is it Start Collecting? Or is it Vanguard? I think it's Start Collecting. Yeah, Start Collecting. 20 Plague Monks. I mean, yeah, if you like rats and Skaven, then this is the way to go. You get this artwork as well. So £192.50. Wow. Echoes of Doom Sylvaneth collection. So it's the same, but you're getting the Start Collecting Sylvaneth instead, which is got a Tree Lord in it, which is a nice model. That one. So yep, if you're into Sylvaneth, I probably would get Sylvaneth at some point. Fortress of Dol Guldur, £190. I think that was last week though. Echoes of Doom. So this is the new box set for this. Well, for today, £115. Seems all right. You know, you're getting 2 forces. You got 42 miniatures. You got the Lady of Vines, which is a new model. You're getting the Death Master. You're getting 10 Storm Vermin, 20 Clan Rats, 1 Grey Seer on Screaming Bell. You get the Spirit of Durthu, 3 Kernoth Hunters, and 5 Gossamed Archers. You also get a 40-page Echoes of Doom booklet, 156-page War Mage of Sigmar Core Rules book, token sheet, and 8 War Scroll cards. So yeah, seems alright. Very similar to like Eldritch Omens from a few weeks ago. You got the Horus Heresy Print on Demand Collection 10, £95. It does save you a little bit of money buying them separate, but only like £5 because normally these are £20 each. But they're all hardback. Combat Patrol Adeptus Custodes, or should I say Combat Patrol Sisters of Silence. Vanguard Fire Slayers, £80. Ironeth Deepkin, they're £80. I think they were up last weekend. So was the Magma Droth. So the Ravaged Lands camp though is up to pre-order today. Then you've got the Magma Droths, which was last week. The Pit Dredger camp also today, for £67.50. You've got Battle Tome limited edition. They were up for pre-order last week, and they're still about £55. Either they're not popular, or they're not selling, or people just do not like this £55. It's a huge amount for books now. And how many pages is Nighthaunt? I wonder if it actually says 96. So under 100 pages. Wow. Daughters of Cain must be smaller. No, 96. Wow, they're sticking to 96 for both. Interesting. You've got Moria Black Shield Warband. So you'll see a few of these Lord of the Rings kits dotted about that were pre-orders last weekend that had been re-released. You've got the Ethereal Court, you've got the Dragon, you've got the Khazad Guard. The Tarantulas Brood is brand new for today for Warcry. So are the Dark Oath Savages, both £35 for each. You've got the normal edition of the Battle Tomes for Nighthaunt and Daughters of Cain. Defence of the North was last week. You've got Ulrak the Drowner last week, Craven Throne Guard last week, so was the Dice. But the Blade Champion is brand new for today, £24. Pretty expensive, I must say. I was expecting like £21 or so. The Easterling Mounted Commanders are £22, but they're out of stock now. The Reductus Saboteur, I could have easily have seen the Saboteur be in a blister pack for £21. You've got the Defence of the North e-publication, and then you've got these hardback books. These are the 5 that are up for print on demand. You've got the War Scroll for Nighthaunt. You've got more Middle Earth. You've got the Godsbane hardback book. I mean, that looks really, really thick book. Apparently it is 560 pages, so it is a thick one. Doesn't say there. I had to go on Amazon to find that. And if we go down, you've got some more Middle Earth book from last week, and then the dice set, and then these Primera Space Marine key rings. Oh, you've got Mark 7 there. Okay, that's quite cool. For some reason, Blood Angels get the Mark 7, and then Ultramarines and this, whatever this is, metal, get the Primaris, or Mark 10. Interesting. Okay, that's all the pre-orders and news for this week. It mainly consists of Age of Sigmar with a little bit of Adeptus Custodes mixed in there, and it's just a spillover from the pre-orders of last week with the other Age of Sigmar. So very Age of Sigmar heavy at the moment. That may well change next week or the week after. We might get Horus Heresy, I think. I wonder what they'll do with Horus Heresy releases, whether they'll just release that box set or whether they'll just release the box set and all the tanks and everything else. I hope they stagger it, like a tank a week or something, you know, but, you know, compared to the way they've been releasing things recently, like I say recently, over the past year, they like to release as much as they can per week in that chosen sort of army or game type. What do you guys think of all of these pre-orders today? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.